guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2024 Mercedes-Benz GLC 300.
And a big thanks to Nicholas and the rest of the management and staff here at Crown Eurocars in Pinellas Park, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to our inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium or performance vehicle in the Pinellas Park, St. Petersburg, Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Nicholas.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the GLC replaced the GLK as Mercedes-Benz compact SUV back in 2016. The second generation GLC that you see here was released last year for 2023. And for 2024, the GLC lineup adds a coupe design as well as a rocket ship 43 AMG trim. The GLC 300 is available in 3 trims, each costing about $2,200 more than the respected lower version. Here we have the base model, with a base price a tick under $50,000. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So even though it's a base model, guys, we have a forward-facing camera, full LED headlamps, LED daytime running light, and front parking sensing. Guys, it says LED performance, high performance on the headlight housing with black headlight housing, a matte black grille with a subtle aluminum contrast to it, and a massive holographic 3D looking Mercedes-Benz badge of the Mercedes-Benz logo right up top. Really nice looking for a base model. A little bit of shiny chrome surrounding the grille and the lower grille area as well. The wheel and tire setup, even though it's a base model, we get these multi-spoke 19-inch rims wrapped in 235/55 R19 Michelin Primacy all-season tires. So some of the better all-seasons in the business, and with these 55 series sidewall, the ride quality should be excellent. Really like the multi-spoke rim design too, especially for the price point. A little bit of plastic cladding for the wheel well area and rocker panel side skirt area. We get smart access for the driver and the front passenger, and smart access for the rear passengers as well. We don't get a 360 camera, so no camera on the mirror, but we do get a LED turn signal and a body color mirror itself. Aluminum trim for the window trim, aluminum roof rails, and we get the panoramic moonroof up top. That's one of the only options we have here on this GLC. Blacked out pillars, same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper. Still a 235 wide all-season Michelin Primacy out back. We get a side sensor to help us out with the rear parking sensing, full LED taillights, GLC 300 chrome badging, Mercedes chrome badging, 4MATIC in the corner. Shout out Crown Eurocars in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. We mentioned the full rear parking sensing, a little bit of chrome trim surrounding the exhaust tip cutouts. And just like the other Mercedes that we've been reviewing in this channel, the exhaust tip cutouts don't have any tips. The actual tips are underneath the cutouts. We still get duals, but they just don't lead out through the cutouts. Small complaint of mine. But speaking of the exhaust tips, let's fire up this 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine sold by Mercedes for the 2024 GLC 300. And it sounds okay, making a very solid amount of power for the segment at 255 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this compact SUV to 60 in the mid to high 5-second range, making it a no-joke performer, competitive with a BMW X3 with no question, while in my opinion having a little bit more of a premium interior, but we'll check that out in 1 second. I like the induction funnel that we get for this turbocharger and intake system. We can shut this hood right down. I appreciate the hydraulic struts too. Shutting it up, we can walk around this 2024 Mercedes-Benz GLC base model 350. Before we take a step inside though, let's check out this window sticker real quick. See everything that we get on a GLC with a $49,450 base price. And as we mentioned, you guys can pause, take a look at all of the standard features. Options, $160 for the wheel locks, $350 for the Napa looking MB Tex dashboard, $1,500 for the panoramic moonroof, $600 for the 19-inch rims, $1,150 for the destination and delivery charge, totaling us out a tick over $53,000. Fuel economy is excellent, 27 combined MPGs, 24 in the city, 32 on the highway. That's about it though guys for the outside of this 2024 Mercedes-Benz GLC 300. Let's take a step inside and see what we get with a sub $50,000 base price and about 53,000 bucks with a couple options and features. So we mentioned we get the stitched Napa leather looking dashboard. It continues for the top part of this door panel with white contrast stitching, white leatherette trim for the armrest and center portion, 4-window auto one touch, aluminum trim surrounding the window controls, power folding mirrors, 4-way adjustable, and the seat adjustments located right over here, adjustable thigh support and headrest too. Heated seats, 3-person memory, lock and unlock aluminum door handle, and a massive storage compartment down below. You'll stack 2, maybe 3 footlongs on top of each other and a big gulp right in front of it, trunk release, and 2 of the base Mercedes speakers. And even though it's a bass system, it still sounds really good, I guess to be expected from Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz aluminum nameplate. As we step inside, we get these beautiful white beige seats, solid bolstering, perforated in the center, super comfortable too, great amount of padding for these leather buckets. 4-way lumbar control too. They're not ventilated unlike the C-Class and the GLS we just reviewed, but it is of course available on the higher trims. Taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start stop, and everything fires right to life. But first thing you notice is the steering wheel. Mercedes has been doing a really good job with their wheels lately. Solid thickness, 10 and 2 is okay, 9 and 3 feels good in your hand. You get an aluminum frame, rubberized horn, the horn itself, loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way. We'll do a window check, see if we get dual panes. We didn't get them on the GLS, we don't get them here either, but it's a thick single pane of glass. We have our radar cruise control settings on the left side, adjustments for this infotainment. You guys can see everything that we have available here. On the left side, 160 mile an hour speedometer, tachos to about 6,400 RPM, power to charge indicator beneath the tach, fuel level beneath the speedometer. Digital speedo right up top too. It's an 11.9 inch screen. I'd round it up to 12, and a 12.3 inch touchscreen in the center stack. On the right side of the steering wheel, you can adjust the touchscreen with these top buttons. Voice commands, favorites, adjust the volume too, hang up and answer your phone calls. Paddle shifters controlling the 9-speed Mercedes transmission. The stocks have a really satisfying click, auto headlamps, auto high beams, and auto rain sensing wipers. Gear selector on the right side, we'll get to that in 1 second. Auto headlamps and high beams of the fog lights down below. Electronic parking brake, and a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel standard on a 2024 GLC. Some aluminum trim with wood right above. It looks genuine, feels like a genuine graining, and that Napa leather looking stitched dashboard, making this interior look a lot more premium. The gear selector, we check out the backup camera real quick. No 360, but we get front and rear parking sensing with a little 360 front and rear swing to make up for not having the full actual surround view 360. But the guidance lines and trajectory work excellently. We can adjust different views, of wider view, so you see everything on the outsides, and you can turn on or off the parking sensing. Throwing right back into park, we return back to the previous screen. That's a nice feature. Speaking of the touchscreen, we do not get standard navigation, but we still get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wireless, so you can just take the navigation from your phone and display it to your screen. What we do get though is the off-road settings, just like on the GLS. Let's see what's included. Pitch, roll, steering angle, compass. Turn off the traction control, you get your M mode and the downhill speed recognition. Press this return button down below to return to the previous screen. You also get comfort modes and info modes. Let's see what we get here. So consumption, we also get vehicle. We get the brake percentage, accelerator percentage, pitch and roll down below, as well with the drive mode up top. Engine, here you can see a power to torque distribution and a PSI indicator for the boost pressure down below, trans temperature and the oil temperature in the opposite corner. One complaint that I must have, we didn't have this in the GLS, but the C-Class we just reviewed in this channel also had the same feature with the climate. Similar to the iDrive 8 and the BMWs, you can only adjust the climate through the touchscreen. I kind of wish we had hard buttons for at least the temperature or the vent controls, but if you're using automatic climate control, once you adjust your temperature, you're not going to have to touch the screen again. Engine start stop with auto start stop that we can disable for this review. Drive mode selector, we get sport, individual, comfort, and eco mode. We also get off-road, but their maximum speed for off-road is 68 miles per hour. We'll start the review off in comfort, transition to sport, and just see what the differences are. You can access your parking cameras at all times, vehicle settings, hazards, and a touch sensor, which senses your fingerprint for my individual modes or settings through this touchscreen. You can mute, adjust the volume, Got these safety stickers right behind it. Quite a bit of piano black in their center stack, so make sure you keep your cleaning supplies at hand. Soft touch materials for your knee will often hit. Aluminum with wood right up top. We get a USB-C port down below. Wireless charging pad. Nice area for a phone, wallet, or keys. You'll fit 24-ounce bottles in these cup holders, and you can hide at least that slot away and access a little bit more of this center area. You can also shut it right up by simply pushing it and it closes. And this is what I mean by the piano black. There is a lot, so keep at least a rag that you can wipe down the fingerprints with. Some aluminum for this area for the center console armrest to open up. The armrest itself is nice, padded, and soft. Press the button. It is spacious too. We get 2 USB-C ports in there. Hopefully you can pick them up on camera. Nice storage slot, and you'll fit about, I would say, 8 to 10 12-ounce water bottles in there, so super spacious for a compact SUV. The materials outside the glove box are actually rubberized. It is damped, lined with felt, and you'll fit 25-ish license plates. Maybe you can squeeze 26, maybe 27. More of that genuine looking wood right up top. Some aluminum looking plastic above the genuine looking wood. Frameless auto dimming rear view mirror with 3 garage home link settings on it. The interior lights are LED. Awesome. We can open up the shade. Doesn't open up super quickly, and it's large, so I'll catch right back with you once it opens up. All right, guys, now the shade is open, we can open up the glass as well. It's a large glass, so it's also gonna take its sweet time opening. We'll see if it goes out any further. It does not, so almost to the end of the front row, we can poke our way out of here. It's starting to turn into a slightly cloudy day in St. Petersburg, Florida, but it's still 82 degrees. So for December 1st, which it currently is, definitely cannot complain. We'll shut this glass right up. Leave the shade open so when you hop out back, you can see how much light is brought into the cabin. But that's about it for the front seat, at least, of the 2024 Mercedes-Benz GLC. Some of these horns going off out here. All right, the horns stop, but up top, even out back, we still get that stitched Napa-looking trim, white contrast for the center and the armrest, nice, gushy, soft. I like the aluminum trim too, even for the door handle, auto one-touch window, more aluminum surrounding it, speaker on the door panel, and a very solid amount of storage. Horizontally, you'll fit probably 3 14-inch subs on top of each other. The rear seats, the padding doesn't go out to the door frame, but pretty decent bolstering for a back seat. Perforation too. Looks like a solid amount of legroom. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and I still have about 3-4 inches of knee room, headroom. Got about 1 inch, maybe 1.5 inches. So if you're under 6'3", 6'4", you'll sit behind your seat settings in a GLC with no problem. And for a compact SUV, that says a lot. Rear air vents, a little bit of storage, no charge ports beneath it, unfortunately, but really not too big of a deal. Ton of light brought into the cabin thanks to the moonroof. The interior lights back here, LED hook for both the grab handles for the back passengers, and a very comfortable back seat space. There's a rope so you can access this armrest. It's pretty soft. The cup holders you can access by simply half clicking the second time, and you'll fit 24-ounce water bottles with no problem, and even these feel very premium for the entry-level luxury SUV segment. We have mat pockets behind both of the front seats too. That's about it though, guys, for the back seat. More of that interior illumination, if I didn't mention. Awesome. Let's hop out in the cargo space, see how much space is offered back there, and then take this 2024 GLC 300 out for a drive. So underneath the Mercedes badge is the button for this electrically shooting tailgate or lift gate. And as you see, the floor is really large for a compact SUV. Definitely no smaller than an X3. My knee is about 1 inch or 2 lower than the step-in, so if you have older or smaller pets, this shouldn't have too much of a problem hopping back here. You fold the rear seats down 40, 40, 20, I'd expect you to fit a 55, 60, maybe even a 65-inch TV back here. This is a solid amount of space for a compact. We can check out the secret storage. We get a little bit of secret storage surrounding the spare tire. The batteries back here to help out with the weight balance. But yeah, you can fit quite a bit of stuff back here and hide it from the general public. Cargo cover too. Cool. To shut the trunk right up, there's 2 buttons. You can press this button to shut it. You can press this button to shut the trunk and lock the vehicle. We don't need to lock the vehicle, so we'll just press the first button and it closes quickly. So if you got grocery bags, make sure you get out of the way or you're gonna get doofed in the head. That's about it though, guys, for the inside and outside of the all-new 2024 Mercedes-Benz GLC 300. It's a really good looker, very good space in the interior, and pretty solid amount of options or standard equipment for a base. Performance-wise, let's take this 2024 GLC 300 out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside
of the all-new 2024 Mercedes-Benz GLC 300. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions though, we're starting off in comfort mode, and the steering, it actually feels surprisingly sharp and on center. We just got out of the GLS, which had unbelievably light steering, and the C-Class, which also had unbelievably light steering. This feels obviously closer to the C-Class, but in my opinion, it feels actually a little bit sharper than both. Not by much, but a little bit noticeable compared to a C-Class, moderately noticeable compared to a GLS. The ride quality, really good. These 55 series sidewall tires help tremendously. You hear the bumps a little bit more than the GLS, but really not by much. Steering feels super silky, sharp, and direct. And the materials feel extremely premium as well. Big bump over here as we get onto this road. We'll let this guy pass. Okay, take a step out here, bump. Barely even know that's there. Quarter throttle, good torque. Oh my God, that is sensitive. Really sensitive. Quarter throttle, and you're getting shots like 4,000 RPM. Over the big bump, speed bump, boom. Really good ride quality. Half throttle, boost. Oh, yeah, this thing feels really quick. Let's try it out in sport mode. Try out an acceleration off the line. Sport mode, off the line, on the gas. Oh, wow. Woo! Oh, man. This thing is quick. You get that immediate surge because of the mild hybrid system. Boom. Sport mode still feels very soft and planted. You get that immediate surge with the mild hybrid system, and then once that boost kicks in, you get a second surge. This thing is no joke quick. I can see 0 to 60 happening maybe closer to 5.5 seconds. I would love to see a head-to-head race with this 300, GLC 300 versus an X3. We'll try it out in the manual shift, second gear, gas, boost. Yeah, this thing's quick. It really doesn't feel any slower than the C-Class. I know that it probably is, but we're talking about 2/10 of a second of a difference. The steering feels a little bit better in sport, not by much, but it's noticeable. The handling itself is surprisingly good. You're not compromising a whole lot when it comes to handling compared to an X3. You are compromising a little bit when it comes to like sportiness and overall sporty feel. But if you're preferring a luxurious ride over the sporty feel, I really don't think you can go wrong. There's some serious amount of birds, ducks, I don't know what they are, vultures, but they're all in the middle of the road, and some lady is going crazy because of that. Hopefully you saw at least some of that on camera. I don't think you could though. One more time on the gas, boost, woohoo! Takes off really good. Let's try out a real world turning radius test. Big bump, super good ride quality. Turning radius is, let's see it, very sharp, and there's just about 0 body roll too. We're going pretty quick. Half throttle, whoop. That mild hybrid system gets you going before the engine even has a chance to respond. That makes this vehicle feel so ridiculously responsive, it's not even funny. Ooh, good power. Brakes feel okay. Steering feels solid too. Yeah, this lady and her birds, I'm really not quite sure what they're doing. But coming back out here, very good response, as we've been saying throughout this review. But although this is a great performing vehicle, the luxury is there. Remember, this is a sub $50,000 base price. At a $49,000 base price, you got materials here that just simply don't belong. Handling that simply doesn't belong. It's a great performer, and it's a great luxury SUV. Isolation from the road. You don't hear the bumps, you don't feel the bumps, you don't really hear any wind noise. You've gotten this thing up to pretty decent speeds, and I'm yet to hear any wind noise at all. Let's try to get up a little higher. Ooh. And at higher speeds,
hello,
nothing.
I'm Mercedes.
Not quite sure what the car's yelling at me for or talking to me for, but even at higher speeds, I don't hear any wind noise. Ride quality is good. Big speed bump. We're not even going to try to slow down for it. Boom. This thing literally feels
You have not
Unbelievable.
subscribed
Not
to
quite sure why the voice recognition keeps on yelling at me. But overall, guys, I was not expecting this car to be as quick as it is, as nimble as it is. I was expecting top-notch premium materials, even for a base model. I was expecting this to be a pretty luxurious car. I was not expecting it to be as quick as this car is. It is a true mid 5 second 0 to 60 car with a sub $50,000 base price, some of the nicest looking materials, some of the nicest looking tech. If this vehicle had ventilated seats, I would genuinely consider buying one myself. I think there's barely any options this thing is missing. It's well priced, it's well performing. If you're looking for a top-notch premium SUV that can still get to 0 to 60 in well under 6 seconds without compromising the materials, you got Napa looking leather trim all throughout this interior, the seats, the dashboard, the door panels, everything here looks top-notch premium, and you're doing 0 to 60 well under 6 seconds, a 5.5 second 0 to 60 time, good handling, great ride quality, and unbelievable isolation from the road. If that's what you're looking for, guys, I would 100% recommend checking out the 2024 Mercedes-Benz GLE 300. And I'm telling you guys, check out the base. It is more than enough car, at least for me. And a big thanks to Nicholas and the rest of the management and staff here at Crown Eurocars in St. Petersburg, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium or performance car or SUV in the St. Petersburg, Tampa, Clearwater area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Nicholas, and huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.